Gucci, see me loopy. I can't let a nigga shoot me, I'm in a two-seat. And before I speak about it, rather grab it loosely. Dirty crib, but a dip if I'm in a hoopty.
What's good, YouTube, man? It's y'all Boiler 7th, and today we have some amazing information for the Boruto anime. But before we get to the video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get this video to 400 likes and 200 comments within 12 hours. So let's make it happen. Okay, so getting into the first episode spoiler, episode 169. And the title of this episode is A Joint Military Campaign with the Sand. Now the summary. A joint mission has been arranged to be conducted between Team 10, which is comprised of Shikidai, Inojin, and Chocho, and a team from Sanagakure Village, which is comprised of Shinki, Yodo, and Araya. The purpose of the mission is to search for the wreckage of the Otsutsuki clan's puppet that Shikidai had previously fought against, and then recover its remains. And so Team 10 is headed towards the Wind Country in order to carry out the mission, when they decided to drop by for a short stop at a particular store. Shikidai becomes uneasy about someone. There is a certain man who carried an unusual aura about him as they passed by one another at that storefront. Actually, that man was Deepa, the one who had inflicted serious wounds upon Boruto and his team. The three of them then witness a dreadful scene that unfolds inside of the shop. Wow, so after reading this amazing episode summary, this episode is going to be a banger. We're going to see the two cousins teaming up against an inner Kara member. And I truly believe that this formation, this team, has a better chance of defeating Deepa. Now of course they're still going to lose, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as Team 7. Because we have Shikidai, who's a genius. We have the Ino Shigecho formation alongside Shinki's group, and we know Shinki be boxing. This is going to be metal versus metal. So this is really going to test Shinki's strength to know if his metal is stronger than Deepa's metal. And then one other thing that caught my eye is that why they trying to find the Otsutsuki clan's puppet? That was a whole 45 episodes ago of the puppets being destroyed. That was a whole 2 arcs ago, and most people forgot that Urashiki even had puppets. So why show them picking up their remains after 45 episodes instead of doing an episode or 2 of the aftermath against Urashiki? So now getting into the next summary, episode 170, and the title for this episode is A New Rasengan. Now the summary. Shikidai has finally arrived on site to where Boruto has been zealously training. Even though he's stuck at an impasse, Boruto is desperately trying to figure out a breakthrough, since Shikidai had personally experienced the same feeling of dread during his battle with Deepa from the mission just a few days ago. He tells Boruto that a rematch will be reckless. However, Boruto then tells Shikidai about the true reason that he wants to become stronger. They decide to collaborate with one another for some training. But then, wow, so after reading this amazing episode summary, once again another flawless episode. But I really want to know, what is Boruto going to tell Shikidai the true reason that he wants to become stronger? And it seems like his reason is going to be about Mitsuki, because him and Sarada keep having that same flashback scene of Mitsuki losing his headband in the fight against Deepa. And I did see somebody on Twitter say the reason could possibly be Momoshiki, because whenever Boruto quote unquote defeated Momoshiki, he said those blue eyes will take everything from you. So that could give Boruto a reason to become stronger. So now getting to the next summary for the same episode, and it says, meanwhile Uchiha Sarada is thinking about to try and strengthen her Sharingan, which is exclusive to the Uchiha clan. She's been grappling with the training with her father. However, Sarada's mother is worried about the condition of her daughter's body. Then Sarada starts to get into an argument with Sakura. Man, after reading this amazing episode summary, it's going to be a banger. We have the aftermath fight against Deepa, the true reason to why Boruto wants to become powerful, alongside an argument of Sarada and Sakura. So will this be the time that Sarada awakens her Tsutomoe Sharingan whenever she's arguing with her mom? And it makes sense because this emotion might allow her to awaken her Tsutomoe, because there's not much that Sarada can really do in this generation to obtain her 2 and 3 Tomoe. Because like I said in my previous video, that this new generation are soft compared to the old generation. For example, Sasuke got his 1 Tomoe Sharingan whenever Itachi killed his entire clan. The Haku fight, that man got his 2nd Tomoe in his right eye. The 3rd Tomoe was against Naruto. So what will Sarada experience to obtain her 2 and 3 Tomoe Sharingan? So comment down below on what y'all think will happen to her. So now getting into my personal favorite episode summary that I'm looking forward to, episode 171. And the title for this episode is The Results of Training. Now the summary. While under the guidance of Hatake Kakashi, Boruto has successfully managed to improve upon his Rasengan by using his own means. And so Kakashi has prepared an opponent for Boruto to battle against in order to show off the fruits of his labor. Meanwhile, it's been decided for Sarada's mother to substitute in for her father, in order to supplement in some actual combat training for Sarada. With their firm resolution still in their hearts and minds, Boruto and Sarada have continued to assiduously train up until now. Both of them are beginning to feel the effect of it in their own way. And so, what will be the outcomes of all their hard work and efforts that they've been amassing from their training? Man, after reading this amazing episode summary, I'm really looking forward to this episode. We have Sarada and Sakura in a hand-to-hand combat training match, alongside Kakashi giving Boruto an opponent to spar against? Wow. So the question is, who will Boruto spar against? And please comment down below on who y'all think Boruto will be fighting in episode 171. So now getting into the final episode summary, episode 172. And the title for this episode is A Sign of Fear. Now the summary. Boruto has become hospitalized. Due to the recoil that he sustained during his training, Team 5, which is comprised of Iwabe, Dinky, and Metal Lee, has come to visit Boruto and wish him a speedy recovery. There they also happen to meet a young boy named Nato, who has also been admitted to the hospital. Nato is both mischievous and cheeky. After being completely manipulated by him, Iwabe and his team finally accept Nato's request to try and get him a certain person's autograph. However, that particular person is a ninja whom everyone is afraid of. At first, the three of them try to refuse his task, but then they realize that Nato is about to undergo a major surgery soon. And so they intend to procure this autograph for him by any means necessary. Okay, so getting into the person that everyone's afraid of, the only person that I can think of is Ibiki the Interrogator, who is also known as a teacher in the written tuning exams in Naruto Part 1. And that's really the only person that I can think of who is scary that most people are afraid of. So now Boruto being hospitalized. Now is this the case of this new Rasengan being used that's giving him the drawback similar to Naruto? Whenever Tsunade said to never use the Rasen Shuriken again because it's destroying his body. Or this can be the case of Boruto not being used to training as hard, because Boruto just woke up and decided that he wants to become powerful. And of course, he doesn't have that same stamina similar to Naruto, where you can train all day, all night, and not be as damaged as somebody that doesn't have the Nine Tails chakra. And that will be the end of the video. Comment down below which episode y'all looking forward to from these spoilers. And also smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Lord 7th, and we out.